Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. I have the worst headache ever, so I'm a little sweaty. My hair's falling flat, so I'm going to get right into this. I have 5 products I want to talk to you guys about, and I'm pretty excited to talk about these products, so let's just get right into it. Now the first product is from Dirac, I believe. I've never heard of this company before. I got it on allcosmeticswholesale.com as usual because that site is my jam. And this is their Beauty Sifted Blur Your Complexion Perfector. And I love the packaging because it's super shiny. It's really dirty right now, but it's super shiny, super sleek, nothing too fancy. So this is what it looks like, and I don't think that there's any actual color to it. It just is what it is. This is a pretty good powder. I've been using it for a while. It's a little chalky. I don't know if you guys will be able to see that. It's a little chalky, but it blends in like a dream. I just noticed that every time that I do use it, something is just off, and I'm not really sure how to explain it, and I've been using it a lot because I've been trying to figure it out so I can explain it to you guys, but something is just off about it. And I actually noticed that it works a lot better with BB creams or just your normal skin. If you use it on your normal skin without having any kind of foundation or BB cream on, it works so nicely. But when you use it on your normal skin, it actually leaves like this silky smooth finish to it, and it really does kind of blur your complexion. When I use it with foundations, it kind of makes it look a little bit powdery, a little bit chalky, but if I use a setting spray, it's completely fine. So while this isn't an all holy grail, oh my god, you have to run and go get it product, it is something that I am able to use. I just have to use it in a specific way, which I'm kind of like against the man here because I hate having boundaries of how I can use a product. I like to use it how I want to use a product. So I'm not sure how much I will be using this unless I'm forced to. But I love the packaging, and it is an okay product, and it wasn't that expensive. So I'm not totally bummed, but it's not something I would say run out and go grab. The next product is the Trina Tarantino. Now this was their Doll Skin Cream Blush and Pressed Sparklicity Duo. The packaging I love. I love Trina Tarantino packaging. That's really what draws me into all of her products. They're amazing. The product looks like this, and this is just gorgeous. I told you guys that the products in this actually intimidated me a little bit because the blush is as pink gets. And I mean, this is like neon pink. I'm not sure if it's even catching in the camera. And the highlighter is the chunkiest glitter I have ever seen. So I wasn't sure how I was going to like this, but I wanted to kind of delve into different products that intimidate me and see if I can overcome that, if that's something that I'm just thinking up in my mind, you know. So the blush is really, really creamy. It's really easy to blend out, but it's too pink. You know, with a lot of cream blushes like this, their colors are very pigmented, very bold, and they can be intimidating. But once you get them on your cheek and you blend them out, they actually blend out to be such a soft color of what's actually in the pan. That's not what happened with this blush. This blush stayed as pink as you see it, and it made me look like Barbie's sister, and I did not like that. I had to immediately take it off, and it did also break up my foundation a little bit, so I wasn't too impressed with this. Now the highlighter, I can't even get any product out of this highlighter besides the chunky glitter. Like, you won't even see anything, but there's glitter there. Like, I don't even know how to explain it. This is probably the crappiest product I've gotten from Trina Tarantino. It's beautiful. I mean, it's completely beautiful, but this is probably going to end up in my daughter's hands for her and her play makeup because that's all it really is to me. It's just a bunch of chunky glitter and over pigmented hot pink blush that is just kind of funky to blend out. And so I was not impressed with this. It was actually a little expensive, I think. I think it was like $12.99, which is cheaper for Trina Tarantino products, but for what this is, I'm not exactly happy that I paid that much for it. So this was complete garbage for me. I did not care for it at all. But the packaging is so beautiful. I have to give them that. They really know how to market with their packaging. The next thing I want to talk about is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. Now, with a couple of these, no, actually just this one, I think, just this product, I didn't haul it because I didn't buy it. This was sent to me from beautyspin.com, and I know that, you know, the title of my series is I hauled it, which means I should be buying the products that I'm talking about, but I really want to talk to you guys about all of my products in my inventory. That's really what the series is about. It's just quickly reviewing products, every product in my inventory, no matter where it came from. So I really wanted to talk to you guys about this, and if you want, I can actually do like I'm probably going to end up doing a get ready with me using this, just because I really want to show you guys in action how this works for me. But this product is like the love of my life. I don't ever want to go without this. Now, when I first got it, I got the complete wrong shade. It was way too dark. I ended up sending it to Alex Parker, and she was going to review it and Beauty Spin for us. And they sent me out my actual shade, and my actual shade is 2C3 Fresco, which is something I would never have chose for myself, but they do have sites online that if you are shopping online for foundation and have no idea what color you are, then you can go on there, put in some like drugstore colors that you have, that you already know what shade you are in, and it will pop up all the high-end foundations and what your shade is. So that's how I got this one, and it matched perfectly. Now, a lot of people that I hear talk about this, they either like this product so much it's a holy grail, or they completely hate it and just don't understand the hype about it. With me, it's a holy grail. Now, I heard from pretty much everybody, even people that didn't like this product, that it was completely full coverage. I do see that if you want to build it up, but I feel like it's a little bit too heavy if you build it up. The first layer that you put on your skin of this is actually a more medium coverage, if that makes sense. It's like right in the middle of medium coverage going towards the full coverage, which I'm completely fine with because I don't have horrible skin. I just have a little bit of discolorization, like hyperpigmentation, and some acne kind of like dark spots. So nothing too horrible. So I actually really did like the coverage of this foundation. It's really lightweight, so that was really nice. But you can build this up, you know, if that's your thing and you like doing that. I personally just don't like too much on my face, and especially lately. I want to get as much coverage as I can with it being as light as possible on my face, and this foundation helps me do that. It's always a completely flawless kind of canvas. It gives me a completely flawless canvas to work with, so I love this. And I've never used a foundation as good as this, and I can honestly tell you that I would save up for the money. Now, the only con is it's so small. It's like $40, and it's smaller than any of the other foundations you get that are high end. And I'm just like, why are you so small? Like, be double the size and I'll feel so much better about spending that money. The next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish Eye Primer. I got this, where did I get this? Maybe I've been in a swap or something, or I got it as a sample with something that I bought. This, I have to say with this primer is kind of really hard to get out. It's a really thick primer and you have to really squeeze it. Oh my god, you sucker. And it's kind of like a light pink flesh tone. The thing that I don't like about it is at first I thought that it was just a really silky smooth eye primer, and I've used a lot of it. I'm almost out of it. But I thought it was a really silky smooth, and I was like, ooh, that's going to be so nice. But for oily skin, I have really oily lids, and it just moved my eyeshadow everywhere. It made blotches and patches all over where I was smoking out my eye, and it moves it. So you can't blend because it all just goes with the brush when I use this. And that's after setting the primer, because that's what I always do. I always put on the primer and then set it with a flesh tone eyeshadow. This just did not help me at all. I think that if you have super dry lids, this would be like your best friend ever. You would completely love this. I've heard so many good things about this, but it just wasn't for me. I do have some other Smashbox primers that I love, but this is not one of them. I feel like this I hauled it is so negative. Like all of these products are just not working for me, but I swear I tried. Now the next one I want to talk about is the LA Splash liquid lipstick that I got. This is another item I got from All Cosmetic Wholesale, and this one is in Cryptic. Now some of you said, oh, you know, this one looks really good on you, and some of you said it's just washing you out and it's not your color. It is kind of like a gray brown toned color. And yeah, it's definitely out of my comfort zone, and that's why I got it. I do like it, but I think that it will only be appropriate with certain outfits, you know, certain looks, and it's pushing it. But what I really want to talk about is just the formula. Now, I can't speak for all of the formulas of every one of these because I only have Cryptic. But for the formula on this, let me try to get it to dry and I'll show you. Now, once this dries, I'm going to attempt to take this off. Now, I love a liquid lipstick that stays. I love that. I like it when they're not crumply, you know, they're not too velvety to the point where they never really set or dry and they move around a lot. And that's what this does. It does take a little while to dry, but once it dries, it's not going anywhere. Now that I like. The thing that I don't like is when I want to remove it, when I want it to come off and it doesn't. It hurt me so bad to try to take this color off that day that I wore it. And I haven't worn it since because of that, because it hurt so bad. My lips were red and they were swollen, and I still had some of the product on my lips. To get the lip swatch off, oh, you have no idea the trouble I went through to try to get this off. And let me grab a wipe and let's see if it's dry and I'll show you my issue. Alright, so I'm just going to use one of my pond wipes. And these work really, really well for anything else. I think that it's dry and it's still a little tacky, so it might not show you exactly what I mean. But it's Monday and we ain't got that time. This, like, I'm scrubbing here. And it's still a little wet, so it's going to come off a little bit easier. Ugh. But as you can see, I'm scrubbing it and there's still product on here. Oh, God. And it's not even all the way dry. Finally got it off. It's not all the way dry either. Now, when this completely sets, it's cement. And I just did not like that. You know, like, I want things to come off when I want them to come off, and I want them to stay when I want them to stay. So this was kind of a bummer just for that fact. It was just really painful to get off. Now, I actually have a waterproof makeup remover, which I did try with that as well, and it did come off a lot easier because this is a waterproof liquid lipstick. So it is going to be harder to get off. So I tried to use the waterproof makeup remover that's kind of oily on my lips, which I didn't like that I had to do. But it worked a little bit better, but just around my lip line where it had dried, it was just so bad that even the waterproof makeup remover did not work on it. So this was kind of a task for me, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. I mean, I want to get some different colors. They only had this color on the site, and so I want to get a couple more different colors and see if all of the formulas are like that. But I don't know. That's just something to be aware of if you're going to purchase some of these, is they are a waterproof liquid lipstick, which a lot of them aren't. So when you want to get this sucker off, you better have some like Hulk ass waterproof makeup remover, or you're going to be there with like huge bumblebee stung lips. Like, alright, so that was everything that I wanted to discuss in this week's I Hauled It, but did I like it? Let me know what you guys think about these products, because most of these products are pretty well known. Let me know what your thoughts are on it, if you think that I'm using it in a wrong way, or if there's another way that I can use it to get it to work for me. I mean, everything I will keep and still use except for this, Tarina Tarantino. I don't know in any way how I can use these because I just don't use sparkly chunk highlighters like that. I mean, all there is just sparkles that come off. There's no other kind of highlight like payoff on this. And the cream blush is just cheap, like, you know, like, it's just not right if you want to actually have your makeup look mature. And so I'm not sure if you guys have any ideas on that or how I can use it, because I mean, it was expensive enough to where I would love to actually use it myself for something instead of letting my daughter just break it and do whatever she does with makeup. So leave me a comment, let me know what your guys' thoughts are on everything that I said, on all the products I talked about, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. So I've gotten a lot of requests lately to talk about this Nicole Arbor Dear Fat People video, and I've gone